What's going on, YouTube? We got some baseball picks in the MLB today, and we're doing it on Sleeper. Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name's Austin. This is the Sports Stage. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Thank you for joining us. Today we got some baseball picks, like I said, in the MLB. We're going to give you the picks. We're going to tell you the app we're doing it on, and then I'm going to go on a little bit of a breakdown and tell you why I'm picking each pick. Okay, that's kind of what I do on every one of my videos. If you've watched them before, you know I usually give you the picks, and I give you a short breakdown on why I'm doing each pick and tell you why it's good, why it's not good. I'm not going to give you a pick that's not good, but you get the gist of what I'm saying here. Real quick before I get into the picks, I have a couple points I want to touch on. Recap from yesterday. I wasn't able to do a full YouTube video, but I did put out free picks to all my free pick subscribers and VIP subscribers. If you want to get all my free picks and you don't want to miss any of them, in the link in the description down here, there is a link to my free pick subscription. Click on that. It doesn't cost you a dime. You can sign up and get all my free picks right to your phone via text message, okay? So sometimes I just don't have time to do a full YouTube video. I had to work a 10-hour day yesterday, so I didn't get to it, but you still got my free pick if you're in that subscription. Recap on that. We did hit the free pick slip. We actually didn't miss a slip yesterday. We were 100%, so we won big. Right here, Brian Wu, under 5.5 Ks, check, he covered for us. Mookie Betts, over half a total base, check, he covered for us. And William Contreras, over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs, check, he also covered for us. So that slip hit, and then the VIPs hit as well yesterday too. Like I said, we were 100% yesterday. If you are a subscriber to my VIPs and my free picks, you know that and you can attest to that. Anyways, moving along, one last thing. I do have a little special for you guys at the end of this video, so stick around and find out what that is. Getting right into the picks, guys. We are using the Sleeper app today. You guys know I'm a big fan of the Sleeper app. They just give us great lines. They give us great payouts. The app is easy to use. It's functional. It's user-friendly. And it's my favorite app right now. You guys know that if you watch my videos. So, like I said, on the Sleeper, we're going with baseball picks. Let's go over here, and we're going to find the Dodgers game right here, and we're going to find the strikeout line. If you guys know anything about my recent MLB picks, you know I love pitcher K lines and batter strikeout lines. We're going to go with the Tani, and we're going to go under 1.5 batter strikeouts. If you look at this here, he did have that blunder of a game where he had 3 strikeouts. I actually took him to go under 1.5 strikeouts in that game, and he pissed me off and had the worst game of his season where he had 3 freaking strikeouts. Every once in a while, you can't predict it, and a guy will just have a bad game. That happens in baseball. But more times than not, if a guy's line is set at 1.5 strikeouts, taking the under has very excuse me, I have allergies. I apologize. Taking the under has very great odds for batter strikeouts. On 1.5, if the line is set at 1.5, the odds of somebody striking out multiple times in the game are not very good. So you pair that with a great player like Shohei Ohtani, and you look at his game log. He doesn't go over 1 strikeout many times in a game at all. Like I said, you can't predict when a guy has a really bad game and goes for 3 like he did the other day. He lost my slip for me, so I was really upset about that. But I don't think he's going to do that again. If you look at his last 5 here, he has 1 strikeout. There's the bad game, 3, 0, 0, and 1. I'll show you his full game log over here. Just look down this strikeout line here. It's a lot of 1s and a lot of 0s. There is a couple games down here where he had 2 strikeouts. Looks like there's 3 of them in the month of May. Yeah, the entire month of May, he had 3 games where he had 2 strikeouts, and then the 1 game where he got 3 strikeouts. That happens every once in a while. But because Shohei Ohtani doesn't strike out that much, I'm confident in this pick. Even though he had that game where he had 3 strikeouts, I think this line is just too high. And you get a guy like Shohei, one of the best hitters in the game, right? I mean, when he's healthy, he's one of the best pitchers in the game too. The dude's just a stud. But Shohei Ohtani is one of the best hitters in the game, and his line's set at 1.5 strikeouts. I don't understand why, especially when there's only 4 games in an entire month of baseball where he's going over this line. I didn't count them all out, because the month is a lot to count out. I'll show you again if you want to count them out. Here's the whole month of May, and here's his strikeout line right here. You can count out how many times he did hit it. That's one thing I don't like about LineMate. I do use LineMate a lot to show you guys charts and stuff. They don't have batter strikeout stats and graphs and everything on their website, so I got to look at the game log. But anyway, Shohei doesn't strike out a lot. We're going with the under. Let's lock that one in. Not much more to say about that pick. Moving right along, guys. Next, we're going to go with Brian De La Cruz. There's a Miami game right there. And we're taking his strikeout line as well. And you probably guessed it, we're going with the under. So De La Cruz, if you look at his last four, 1-0-0-1. Hasn't gone over this in his last 5 games. Like I said, I'll pull up his full month of May. He does have a few more games where he's gone over 1. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games in the month of May where he's gone above this line. But nonetheless, the rest of these games, he's either had 1 strikeout or 0 strikeouts. Like Brian De La Cruz is another one. Good hitter. Doesn't strike out a ton. The likelihood of him getting more than 1 strikeout in a game is very, very low. Let me pull this back up so you guys can see something else here. The community here, 100% of people are taking the under. Not one person has taken the over on Brian De La Cruz's strikeout line today. So, with that being said, that could change. Sleeper could adjust that line because of how many people are taking the under. They may say, all right, maybe we're wrong here. Maybe we set the line wrong. Let's move it down to half a strikeout. If this line goes down to half a strikeout, it's nowhere near as good of a pick because guys do strike out, right? He may throw a K in there in this game, but the likelihood of him throwing 2 Ks in there and striking out twice is very low. Get this while you can. 1.5 strikeouts, hit that under. Same thing with Shohei. I didn't actually show you guys. Well, you could see it, but I didn't talk about it. This one's 50-50. Some are taking the over, some are taking the unders here. So that line is likely not going to adjust it. But on that De La Cruz line, 100% of people, let me go back to it, are taking him on the under. 1.5 strikeouts. So get in on that while you can before they change that line. Let's lock that one in. Moving on, now we're going to go over here into the Royals game. Where's that at? I think that's an earlier game. So this is our earliest game on the slip. 12:10 p.m. That's Mountain Time where I'm at. So 2:10 p.m. on the East Coast. Figure out your time from there. Get that one in early because that game is in about, what time is it right now? Okay, that game's in about 5 hours. Get that one in as soon as you can before that line adjusts and before that game starts so that you can actually get this pick. We're going to go with Salvador Perez, though. And we're going to take his, where are we at? There we go, bases. We're going to take Salvador Perez total bases. You see his line is set at 1.5 total bases right now. We're actually going to go with the under. Based on his chart, you could have probably guessed that we're going to take the under. So he had 1-1-0-0. This is new. This is recent right now. Perez was on a hot streak, and I'll show you that here in a second. But baseball is a game of hot streaks. It's a game of cold streaks. It's a game of confidence. Guys get hot, guys get cold, and you got to ride whatever kind of streak they're on. Right now, he is on a cold streak, and I wouldn't say cold. I mean, he still had a total base in each of the last 2 games, but he's not playing like he was earlier this month. Here's his Here's his last 5 down here. You see 1-1-0-0. He had the 2 total bases over there. I hate when Sleeper does that to me and kind of closes out my pick. The desktop app is not as, I guess, free-flowing as the mobile app. Desktop app's a little bit glitchy, just so you guys know. But I'm going to show you guys Salvador Perez, his chart over his last 10 games. These games over here, he was consistently covering this line, getting over 1.5 total bases. The last 5, he's not, I wouldn't say slumping, because he still has a total base here, and he had 2 in this game against Detroit on the 21st, but he's trending downward. He's not as hot as he was earlier in the month and in his last 10. So he's 5 out of 10, 50-50 right here on this line over his last 10 games. But based on that downward trend, I like this pick. Another thing I wanted to point out, he's facing Joe Ryan today. Joe Ryan's pitching for the Twins, and if you guys didn't know, in his last start, Joe Ryan pitched a shutout. So he's coming off a great start where he didn't give up a single run. Pitched his butt off, guys. I try not to cuss too much. I almost just dropped one there. But Joe Ryan pitched his butt off last game, threw a shutout. With that combined with Perez kind of trending down, I do like this pick. AI spit this one out to me, said it's a good pick, good odds. So I'm taking that one. We're going to lock that one in. Another thing I wanted to tell you guys about that Shohei pick, I forgot to mention it completely, and I apologize. So we're taking the under on the 1.5 strikeouts, right? He did have this 3 strikeout game, 50-50 right now. If we look at who he's facing today, Tyler McGill, he's had 2 starts so far this year. The most strikeouts he's thrown in one game is 4. So if you divide that by the whole lineup, what are the odds that Shohei is going to get 3 strikeouts by himself? Or sorry, 2 strikeouts by himself when this guy's only thrown 4 Ks in one game at most this season. So we're going to lock that one in too, guys. So there's your slip. Shohei Ohtani, under 1.5 strikeouts. Brian De La Cruz, under 1.5 strikeouts. Salvador Perez, under 1.5 total bases. We're taking the unders on all of these guys. $100 right here is going to win you $284. I like to show easy numbers. 100 to 284, you can do your math there for whatever your unit is. If it's $1, it's obviously $2.84. $10, $28.40. Figure out your math with what your unit is, but there it is. You can see that right there. This one isn't a high enough multiplier to play it as a combo. If you add in another pick, you can play that as a combo play. But I'm just doing it straight up. All 3 need to hit, and all 3 are going to hit for $284. Like I said, guys, I had a little special thing for you here at the end. I'm trying to grow my Instagram page. So there's a link to that page down here at the bottom. Head over to that page, hit the follow button, and send me a DM. Just say something along the lines of, hey, I watched your YouTube video, dropped you a follow on Instagram, and I'm going to give you a free month of my VIP picks. Free full month. So that's a $75 value, and you're going to get it for free. I usually charge $75 for those, and you make your money back quick. If you paid for my VIPs this month, you made your money back yesterday in one day because we hit that VIP picks as well. So head over to my Instagram, drop a follow. Just tell me you watched this YouTube video, something along the lines of you came from YouTube, and I'll give you that free month of VIP. Let's win together. That's all I have for you guys. Happy Memorial Day. Thank you to everybody that's ever served. If you're currently serving, I know this day's not for you, but thank you for serving. I'll see you guys next time, and thank you so much for watching this video. Drop a Drop a subscription for me, please. I appreciate all the support I can get. Thank you.